Silence is often misunderstood as weakness in a world that glorifies loudness, constant opinions, and assertive declarations. Yet, silent women hold a unique and unbreakable strength within them. Their quiet nature is not born out of fear or inability, but from a deep-rooted sense of inner security. They do not feel the need to announce every thought, because they trust their mind's ability to analyze and understand without validation. This quiet strength gives them an aura of calmness that unsettles the shallow and attracts those who value true depth. Silent women are powerful observers, while others are busy speaking to prove their worth. Silent women are busy noticing everything. The words said, the words unsaid, the fleeting expressions, the nervous hand movements, the lies hidden behind perfect smiles. Their eyes pick details that escape the loudest minds in the room. They read situations with surgical precision, because their silence sharpens their perception, allowing them to strategize and respond thoughtfully rather than impulsively. The strength in their silence is also spiritual. Many silent women spend time reflecting, contemplating, and connecting with themselves. They do not exhaust their energy in unnecessary conversations. They conserve it, nurture it, and redirect it towards what truly matters. This is why their words, when they finally speak, carry weight and meaning. Their silence is like a bow pulled back. The longer it stays silent, the stronger the arrow it releases. In professional environments, silent women often emerge as silent leaders. They are not the loud motivators, but the quiet strategists, guiding teams with clarity and wisdom. Their team members feel safe because they know their leader will not speak impulsively or react emotionally. They feel trusted, respected, and understood. Silent women's decisions are rarely questioned because they are rooted in thoughtful analysis rather than ego or desire for applause. In relationships, the strength of silent women brings stability. They do not engage in unnecessary arguments. Their silence during moments of anger or tension prevents words that cannot be taken back. Instead, they process their emotions deeply and return with calm responses that resolve problems rather than ignite them. Their partners often feel grounded in their presence, knowing they are not with someone who thrives on drama, but someone who seeks peace, understanding, and solutions. Silent women are also masters of resilience. Their silence teaches them endurance. They withstand storms internally without feeling the urge to cry out for help immediately. This does not mean they do not seek support when needed. It means they have trained their minds to remain unshaken while finding solutions. Their silent strength is the anchor that holds them firm when life tries to uproot them. Their faith in themselves grows stronger with every challenge they conquer quietly. The strength in silence also reflects in their intellectual growth. While the world is busy talking, silent women are busy learning. They read, research, watch, and listen. Knowledge becomes their fortress, and wisdom becomes their sword. Their silent presence in classrooms, meetings, or spiritual gatherings is not a sign of absence, but a mark of active listening. Later, when they speak, their knowledge is so well structured and deep that people are compelled to listen with respect. Ultimately, silent women win without words because their silence is rooted in power, not fear. They understand that noise can be impressive temporarily, but true influence comes from a mind that is calm, aware, and silent enough to hear the whispering truths of life. Their strength in silence is the hidden fuel that keeps them dignified, composed, and unbreakable, making them the most powerful and unpredictable force in any room they enter. Nonverbal influence is one of the greatest secret weapons of silent women. While words can be manipulated and misunderstood, body language rarely lies. Silent women understand this truth deeply. Their calm posture, composed gestures, and subtle facial expressions communicate more than words ever could. When they walk into a room with quiet confidence, their presence alone demands respect. They do not need to announce who they are, because their energy introduces them before they speak. The eyes of silent women hold immense power. They observe everything quietly, but their gaze itself carries a message of awareness, of depth, of fearless perception. When they look at someone with direct calmness, it unsettles those who hide behind arrogance or deception. Their eyes communicate honesty, wisdom, and clarity. People realize quickly that silent women cannot be fooled with flowery words or artificial gestures, for their eyes read intentions directly from the soul. Their nonverbal influence extends to their energy field. Silent women often carry an aura of peace that calms down chaotic environments. In situations where everyone is panicking, their silent presence can bring a wave of stability. Others feel safe around them because their body language radiates assurance and roundedness. They do not need to raise their voice to gain control of a situation. Their composed energy silently declares, everything will be handled. Silent women use their gestures wisely. They do not engage in nervous fidgeting or exaggerated movements to seek attention. Instead, every gesture is intentional and minimal, reflecting self-control and discipline. Their stillness itself becomes their strength. When they finally move or act, it becomes noticeable and impactful. This is why, in meetings or gatherings, their slightest nod or raised eyebrow communicates agreement or disagreement far louder than spoken objections. Their facial expressions hold silent power too. They are masters of the slight smile that can comfort or disarm, the calm gaze that can encourage openness, or the quiet seriousness that can stop disrespect instantly. Because they do not waste expressions unnecessarily, each look carries gravity. People pay attention to silent women's faces to read their emotions, knowing their expressions are authentic and not performative like many others around them. Silent women's nonverbal influence also shapes how they set boundaries. Without uttering a word, they can signal their limits and command respect. Their straight posture, calm silence, and unwavering gaze can shut down rude or manipulative behavior instantly. They do not need to defend themselves with arguments. Their dignity and strong presence naturally teach others how to treat them. This silent boundary setting is often more effective than loud confrontation. In leadership, their nonverbal influence makes them magnetic. They walk with grace, sit with authority, listen with full attention, and respond with subtle nods or brief eye contact that makes every team member feel seen and valued. Their silence in meetings does not indicate ignorance. It shows that they are absorbing everything. Later, when decisions are announced, everyone realizes how deeply they were observing, how every detail was stored in their quietly powerful mind. Ultimately, silent women win without words because their nonverbal influence is rooted in authenticity. They do not force gestures or expressions to manipulate. Instead, their energy, presence, and body language naturally communicate who they are: powerful, composed, and deeply aware. Their silent influence teaches the world that sometimes the loudest message is delivered by those who speak nothing, but whose presence alone changes the entire atmosphere around them. Silent women possess a level of inner confidence that is rarely understood by the world. This confidence is not loud, flashy, or dependent on praise. It is quiet, subtle, and deeply rooted within their spirit. They do not need to constantly remind people of their worth, because they themselves are fully aware of it. Their silence does not come from feeling inferior, but from knowing they do not have to prove anything to anyone to feel valuable. Their confidence is built upon a foundation of self-acceptance. Silent women have spent enough time reflecting upon their strengths, weaknesses, fears, and dreams to understand themselves fully. This clarity gives them a sense of unshakable peace. They no longer chase validation or external applause to feel complete. Their silence protects their peace, because they do not waste their energy explaining themselves to people who are not ready to understand them. When they walk into a room, their quiet confidence makes them appear mysterious yet powerful. People are drawn to them, wondering what gives them such calm assurance. While others rush to speak, silent women remain composed, observing and analyzing before they act or respond. This patience is a reflection of their inner confidence. They trust themselves enough to know that the right words, decisions, and actions will emerge from their calm and stable mind at the right time. This confidence also protects them from unnecessary conflicts. Silent women do not engage in every argument that comes their way. They know that the need to always be right is a sign of inner insecurity, not strength. Their silence is not their weakness, but their power, because they understand that truth does not require constant defending. They choose peace over ego, dignity over noise, and this is only possible because they know their worth remains untouched by others' opinions. Their inner confidence also helps them handle criticism with grace. Silent women listen to criticism silently, process it deeply, and reflect upon its validity. If it is constructive, they accept it humbly and grow from it. If it is baseless or malicious, they remain silent, refusing to waste their energy defending themselves against ignorance. Their confidence comes from their ability to differentiate between what deserves their attention and what deserves their silence. In relationships, this inner confidence makes them deeply attractive. They do not beg for love, attention, or validation. Their partners feel at peace with them because silent women love with depth but remain independent. They know how to give space, and they also know how to protect their own. Their confidence teaches others to treat them with respect, and their silent strength makes their presence irreplaceable in the lives of those who truly see them. Professionally, silent women's inner confidence is their greatest asset. They may not dominate discussions with endless opinions, but when they speak, their words are so thoughtful and clear that they shift entire conversations. They are trusted for their reliability and respected for their clarity of thought. Their quiet confidence builds credibility because people know their actions are not driven by ego or desire to impress, but by wisdom, strategy, and integrity. Ultimately, silent women win without words because their inner confidence does not demand attention. It naturally commands it. Their calmness is rooted in their trust in themselves and in the universe. They know that what is meant for them will find them, and what is not meant for them will fade away without their interference. This is the secret to their silent power, the unbreakable belief that they are enough as they are, with or without words. Silent women have a superpower that many overlook, the art of listening. While the world is busy talking, explaining, defending, and proving, silent women listen deeply. They listen not just to words, but to tones, pauses, hesitations, and unspoken truths. This ability to listen without interrupting makes people feel truly seen and heard, something that is rare in today's noisy world. Their silence creates a safe space where others can express their hearts without fear of judgment. They notice subtle shifts in voice, the discomfort behind fake laughter, or the sadness hidden in carefully chosen words. Because they do not rush to speak, they give themselves time to read between the lines. This makes them wise beyond their years. They can assess situations, judge characters, and predict reactions with remarkable accuracy, simply because they listen more than they speak. This superpower of listening strengthens their relationships profoundly. Friends, partners, colleagues, and even strangers feel a deep connection with silent women. They feel valued because their words are not dismissed or overshadowed by someone trying to respond immediately. Silent women absorb every detail, remember important aspects, and respond with thoughtfulness. This makes people trust them and seek their company during times of confusion, pain, or decision-making. In leadership, their listening power creates loyal teams. Employees feel understood and respected because their silent leader pays attention to their concerns without immediately imposing solutions. Silent women listen to every team member's perspective before concluding, and this inclusive approach makes people feel important. Their silence allows others to speak their minds freely, fostering a culture of honesty and mutual respect. Listening also protects silent women from unnecessary conflicts. Because they listen without reacting instantly, they rarely say things they regret later. They let others express their anger, opinions, or frustrations fully before responding calmly. This ability to remain silent while others speak diffuses anger and brings clarity to heated conversations. People often calm down themselves in the presence of a silent listener, realizing their own words and emotions without external confrontation. Silent women use their listening to learn continuously. Every conversation becomes a lesson, every interaction an opportunity for growth. They gain insights into human psychology, business strategies, emotional intelligence, and social dynamics simply by listening carefully to the world around them. This makes their minds rich with experiences, wisdom, and knowledge, enabling them to make well-informed decisions silently yet powerfully. Their listening also strengthens their intuition. Because they do not drown their mind in endless talking, they remain connected to their inner voice. They listen to people, but they also listen to their own heart and soul. Their silence allows them to hear the whispers of their intuition, guiding them towards choices aligned with their values, goals, and higher purpose. This spiritual listening makes them calm decision makers, even in uncertain situations. They understand that speaking may make one appear powerful temporarily, but listening makes one wise eternally. Their silence is not emptiness. It is a vessel that absorbs the truths of life, the emotions of people, and the secrets of success. Through their deep listening, they influence lives, earn trust, and become unbreakable forces of silent strength in this noisy world. Silent women understand a truth that many forget. Actions carry more weight than words. They do not waste their energy making promises or announcing their goals to impress others. Instead, they silently focus on their work, letting their results speak louder than any words ever could. While others are busy talking about what they will do, silent women are busy doing it. This commitment to action over words makes them deeply respected in every environment they enter, because people know they do not bluff or exaggerate, they simply deliver. Their silent dedication often surprises the world. People underestimate them because they do not boast or compete for attention. They quietly work behind the scenes, preparing, learning, and practicing until they master what they set out to achieve. When their results finally appear, everyone is forced to recognize their power. Their success feels effortless to outsiders, but it is built on countless hours of silent effort, discipline, and relentless consistency that no one saw. Choosing action over words protects their goals from unnecessary external opinions. Silent women do not announce their dreams to the world because they know people can inject doubt, jealousy, and negativity into their path. By keeping their plans private and focusing on disciplined action, they guard their dreams like a sacred flame. Their silence is their shield against distractions, and their disciplined action is the sword that clears their path to success. This approach of letting actions speak creates unshakable credibility. Whether in family life, professional circles, or friendships, silent women are trusted because their integrity is proven through their behavior, not their declarations. They do not need to repeatedly say, "Trust me," because their consistency builds silent trust over time. People know that when a silent woman commits to something, she will give it her best without excuses, complaints, or unnecessary explanations. Ultimately, silent women win without words because they live by the principle that true power lies in doing, not saying. They know the world remembers results, not speeches. Their silent action shapes their character, sharpens their discipline, and builds a legacy that words alone can never create. Through their focus on action over words, silent women teach the world that silence combined with relentless effort is an unstoppable force that will always rise, no matter how underestimated it is. There is an undeniable mystery that surrounds silent women. Their quiet nature makes people curious about their thoughts, experiences, and perspectives. While many people reveal everything about themselves within minutes of interaction, silent women remain reserved, offering only what is necessary. This mystery is not a calculated strategy. It is a natural expression of their dignified nature. Because they do not reveal everything, people are drawn to them, wanting to understand the depths that lie behind their calm eyes and quiet presence. This air of mystery naturally builds respect around them. People know that silent women do not speak unnecessarily or share their life openly with everyone. So when they do speak, their words are taken seriously. Their silence gives value to their speech. In a world where words are thrown carelessly, their reserved communication becomes precious. This respect is further strengthened by the fact that silent women do not indulge in gossip or meaningless conversations, protecting their dignity and the dignity of others around them. The mystery surrounding silent women also protects them from being easily manipulated or taken advantage of. Because they do not reveal their emotions, thoughts, and plans openly, no one fully understands their next step or weakness. This makes them unpredictable, which is a powerful trait in both personal and professional life. People learn quickly that silent women cannot be controlled with emotional games or shallow tactics. Their boundaries remain strong, and their mystery becomes their silent shield. In relationships, this mystery makes silent women deeply attractive. Their partners feel intrigued by their depth and are constantly inspired to explore their inner world. They are never seen as boring, because their silence hides countless dreams, experiences, and insights that are revealed only to those who earn their trust. This quiet mystery creates a sacred intimacy in their relationships. Partners feel honored when silent women choose to open up, knowing it is not given to just anyone. Ultimately, silent women win without words because their mystery commands respect. They teach the world that one does not need to reveal everything to be loved, respected, or accepted. Their silent dignity makes them powerful. Their mystery makes them unforgettable, and their quiet confidence ensures that wherever they go, they leave behind an impression that words alone can never create. Their silent aura becomes their strongest introduction, building respect that is deeply rooted and long-lasting. Silent women have a remarkable ability to lead without ever raising their voice or demanding authority. Their leadership is not based on dominating conversations or enforcing rules loudly. Instead, it is rooted in their calm presence, thoughtful decisions, and consistent actions that inspire trust. People naturally gravitate toward their quiet strength, sensing that beneath their silence is a steady anchor that can guide teams, families, and communities through the most turbulent storms. One of the greatest powers of silent leaders is that they do not seek the spotlight. They do not feel the need to broadcast their every move or constantly remind others of their position. They believe that true leadership is not about being seen, but about creating an environment where everyone feels seen and heard. Their quiet approach encourages collaboration, openness, and mutual respect. In their silence, people find the freedom to express ideas without fear of being overshadowed. Silent women lead by example. They embody the standards they expect from others through their own behavior. Instead of long lectures about discipline, loyalty, or hard work, they demonstrate it through their actions every single day. This makes their influence so powerful because it is genuine. People follow them not because they are forced to, but because they see in their silent leader a reflection of the values they admire and want to cultivate within themselves. Their ability to lead without noise often transforms entire spaces. In a family, they become the silent backbone that holds everything together, solving conflicts with calm solutions rather than heated arguments. In businesses, they are the quiet visionaries who steer teams through crises with thoughtful strategies and minimal drama. Even in social circles, they are the silent organizers, the peacemakers, the wise counsel, who uplift others without ever needing public praise. What sets silent women apart as leaders is that their authority is never forced, it is earned. People respect them because they are trustworthy, calm under pressure, and deeply consistent. Their silence makes people feel safe, not ignored. Their presence reassures everyone that chaos will not break them. In a world full of noisy, self-proclaimed leaders, silent women stand out as the quiet force that leads by strength of character rather than volume of voice. They prove that sometimes the most powerful leaders are the ones you hear from the least, but feel the most. Silent women know that silence is not merely the absence of words. It is a powerful force when used consciously. They have learned to transform their quiet nature into an unbreakable source of inner strength. Instead of feeling insecure about not being outspoken like others, they embrace their silence as their unique advantage. They understand that when words are removed, clarity emerges. In that clarity, they find wisdom, direction, and confidence that people constantly talking often fail to find within themselves. Transforming silence into power requires discipline. Silent women train their minds to remain calm and composed in situations where others would panic or react impulsively. Their silence is not a result of fear or suppression, but a conscious choice to remain above chaos. They use silence to reflect before responding, to think before acting, and to observe before concluding. This approach makes their presence powerful, their words rare but impactful, and their decisions deeply respected. They use their silence as a tool for emotional mastery. While others vent every emotion without filter, silent women sit with their emotions in silence, processing them until they reach understanding. They allow anger to settle into clarity, grief to teach them resilience, and fear to become courage. Their silent reflection transforms pain into wisdom and uncertainty into strategy. This is why they often emerge from their struggles wiser, stronger, and more composed than before. Silent women also transform their silence into spiritual power. In their quiet moments, they connect with themselves and with God or the universe, finding peace that no amount of noise can provide. They use silence to meditate, pray, journal, or simply breathe deeply to realign themselves with their purpose. This silent spiritual practice becomes their daily fuel, filling them with an unshakable calm that radiates in everything they do. It makes their energy magnetic and their presence healing for those around them. Ultimately, silent women win without words because they have transformed silence into their greatest power. They use it to think strategically, to master emotions, to protect their goals, and to stay spiritually grounded. While the world views silence as emptiness, silent women know it is a sacred space filled with clarity, focus, and strength. Through their silent power, they show that sometimes the most unbreakable force in life is not the loudest voice, but the quiet soul that knows exactly who she is and where she is going.